Find the value of the lettered angles in the diagrams below. And we are given diagrams 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are having 5 diagrams here. Let's take them one after the other and solve. Now the first one, we have a diagram having 120 degrees here, and then M. And we are told to find the value of the lettered angle. So it means we want to find the value for M, right? Now you see that all these angles meet at a point. So write it as sum of angles at a point is equal to 360 degrees. After writing that, then we proceed. We have M plus 120 degrees plus the other 120 degrees, which is equal to 360 degrees. Now 120 plus 120 give what? 240, right? So M plus 240 degrees is equal to 360 degrees. Now M is equal to, we group like terms, so we have 360 here. We send the 240 to the other side, 240 degrees. Now 360 minus 240 will give us what? M is equal to 120 degrees. So this becomes the value for M in this diagram. Now let's move on to the second diagram. This is the second diagram. We have 120 degrees, 60 degrees, 95 degrees, and then Y. And you see that all these angles meet at a point, right? So they sum up to 360 degrees. So now you state that sum of angles at a point is equal to what? 360 degrees. Then you add all these angles, you equate that to 360. So let's do that. We have Y plus 120 degrees plus 60 degrees plus 95 degrees, and all of these is equal to what? 360 degrees. We have Y, and we are sending all the constant numbers to the other side, right? So Y is equal to, we have 360 degrees here already. Then since this is positive, and it comes here to be what? Negative. So minus 120 degrees minus 60 degrees minus 95 degrees. So Y is equal to 360 minus 120 minus 60 minus 95 will give us what? It will give us 85 degrees. So this means that the value for Y for this angle is what? 85 degrees. Now we are on the third diagram. Now this is the third diagram. We are given A 40, 50, 45, 45, 40, 50, 45. Now all of these are in degrees, right? Because it is an angle. So since we are using the angles at a point to solve it, now you state that sum of angles at a point is equal to what? 360 degrees. Then you add all these angles, you equate to 360 degrees. So let's do that. So we have A plus 40 degrees plus 50 degrees, this one, plus 45 degrees, this one, plus another 45 degrees, plus 40 degrees, then plus 50 degrees, then plus another 45 degrees. So all of these will be equated to what? 360 degrees, right? So we have A here. Then you add 40 plus 50 plus 45 plus 45 plus 40 plus 50 plus 45. That gives us what? That gives us what? 315 degrees, right? So A plus 315 degrees is equal to 360 degrees. Now we want A, so we group like terms. We have A equal to 360 degrees is here already. Now we are sending this to the other side. It becomes negative 315 degrees. So now A is equal to what? 360 minus 315 is what? 45 degrees. So now we see that the value for A in this diagram is what? 45 degrees, using the sum of angles at a point to solve, right? Now let's move on to the next figure. The next figure is what? We have the angle here to be B, 50, 115, 30, and 95. These are the angles given, and these angles meet at a point, right? So they sum up to what? 360 degrees. So now let's do that. We write all the angles B plus 50 degrees plus 115 degrees plus 30 degrees plus 95 degrees, and all of these will be equal to what? 360 degrees. Now let's group like terms. We have B here equal to, we are sending all these values to this side because those are constant numbers, right? So we have 360 here already. Now we are sending all these. Since they are positive, when they come here, they will be what? Negative. So we have minus 50 degrees, then minus 115 degrees, then minus 30 degrees, then minus 95 degrees. So B is equal to 360 degrees minus 50 minus 115 minus 30 minus 95 will give us what? It will be left with 70 degrees, right? So it means that the value for B in this figure is what? 70 degrees. That is the angle here. Now we are moving on to the last question, which is, we have 4y. We are given 4y, 50, and then 2y plus 10. And we have to find the value for y, right? Now let's solve together. We have 4y, this one, plus 2y plus 10. So we have 2y plus 10. And then we have 50. And all of these will be equated to 360 degrees. Now let's group like terms. We have 4y plus 2y equal to, we have 360 minus 10 here, and then minus 50 here. 4y plus 2y is what? We have 6y. And that one is equal to 360 minus 10 minus 50 is what? 300. So we have 300 degrees here. Now we want y. We don't want 6y. So we divide both sides by 6, right? So 6 can divide 6. Left with what? Y equal to 300 divided by 6 give us what? 50. So we have 50 degrees left here. Now the value for y in this figure is what? 50 degrees.